we got to see in our set here how just one wipe can take this one all the way down to the 20s, and if you're able to build any momentum off that, you can get a full knockout here. Don't be surprised if both of these teams play it maybe a little conservative, a little hesitant at the start until they get their specials and then go all in.
Yeah, Manta Rainmaker is all about watching for that opportunity to push forward, because once you get that chance to push forward, it goes fast.
Very, very fast. And, oh, man, we'll probably see some end parries here.
Oh, yeah, especially
end parries great here. Lots of Inkjet players. And, of course, end parry's like made for this map. So don't be surprised if we see some of that. I believe Ebbs plays Blasters.
I'm pretty sure,
Ebbs plays Blasters. I'm trying to remember which one of them plays Zimmy, because if that Zimmy player is that Egg? No, Egg plays Roller.
I think that's Ghost, and Lily is generally a frontline shooter.
Right, so I think that this is a great one for Splatling, even in a fast mode like this. If they're able to rotate over to a custom Jet Squelcher, great here for the long-range support, but maybe a little bit more mobile than that Splatling.
I mean, the thing about the Splatling is that it's a dominant force in mid, and then once you get the push going, the Stingray is still with your teammates, essentially. It's still helping them push, even though the Splatling itself is stuck in mid. So both of them are definitely a good choice. But yeah, Jet Squelcher could absolutely be a strong force for them.
We're going to get into it right now. We've talked about this set for quite a bit. Now we finally get to watch it. Vitamin C versus Kacho Fugetsu. Rainmaker will take a look at these comps. That is one end parry. That's going to be all the end parries that we get. But we did get it right. We do see at least one.
There you go. And
oh, wait, we do get two. Never mind. I was right the first time and wrong the second time.
Yeah, and it's going to be Egg on the Splatling, like I said. Strong weapon, so that's a very good pick.
Look at this already. I can't keep track of who's a curling bomb and who's actually a member here. Very deliberate choices here, though one of them does go down here a little bit early, a little bit more conservative, not wanting to pick up the Rainmaker. Lily maybe getting a little bit too trigger happy there, running in this backdoor push.
And there you go, Komomo trying to get that push off right away, but Egg is going to try and stop it. Oh, but they can't.
No, there was just too much pressure that they were able to
run. There you go, they're running all the way up to the pedestal.
Wow.
Oh, whoa. That was a close one.
Talk about the 1 point meme there. Going to sit on this one and try to gain a little bit of control. But what incredible coordination and movement there from Kacho Fugetsu. We said that entire time it was just going to be a matter of whether that Splatling could get around, but it took too long, and they were able to stick another end parry up there to clean that one up.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to have to see what Vitamin C can answer with. And, of course, Kacho Fugetsu answering with an Inkjet in mid.
I think Lily jumped over that shot, actually, to give just enough time to trade with that.
Lily's got mad jukes.
I was going to that may not do anything in the course of the game, but that was actually an incredible play.
Egg just trying to maintain mid pressure.
And they know that they have to do a good job, because if things snowball, they're going to go so quickly because of the composition that Kacho Fugetsu is running.
Oh, yeah.
They're running, I mean, look at that. Their longest range weapon is the vanilla Splattershot Pro, which I think is gaining more popularity nowadays, but it's still a little bit uncommon as we see it actually get picked out there by Egg. But Egg's main job is to just kind of like batten down the hatches, right? Just kind of hold things down when everything else is going wrong, because if it gets going too quick, they might not be able to pull themselves back.
No, they're trying to push through their street. Hopefully they've opened up enough of a corridor. Tarako, trying to get the Rainmaker, and the Rainmaker's down.
That was actually a really well-composed push there by Vitamin C. It was just better defense. The push isn't over yet. They had enough pressure there to keep it kind of going. They brought people around the left and right side, but, you know, sometimes better defense bets better offense.
Yeah, it's kind of a stalemate right now. Hopefully not. Vitamin C trying to make things work, but it looks like it's going to be reset back into neutral.
Reset back into neutral here. Just kind of sitting back. They know they don't have to be too haphazard about it. They know they don't have the range, what's more, to kind of push in. One of the things that's really nice when you have a ranged weapon is it gives you the ability to safely paint and just kind of cut off where your opponent can be putting pressure. They don't have that here, so they're going to have to rely on their specials to kind of pull this one down. The push is going to come the other way. There is some protection here. This might be just
Momo
enough.
Gets taken out
That's
by the
three
Stingray.
down.
Oh, can Lily make the run?
It's got to be Tarako.
Oh, she gets taken out.
That's the pain of the 1 point score, right? It's like, if we don't knock it out, it was pointless. And they're just going to go ahead and try to paint it back to the middle here. But you're seeing now Vitamin C is able to kind of control mid and make these pushes. That's two pretty good looks that they've had right now. The problem is that they have to get to a knockout. Like, it's not going to matter. Three pretty good pushes aren't going to do it. It's got to be a full-on knockout here. And these trades, not going to get it for him. It's got to be clean.
Yeah, it's just a crazy back and forth right now. Ghost looking to see if he can get anything, hopefully. Just keeping a lookout right now.
Yep, you're seeing the map has gone back to a pretty even split here in the middle. A couple people do go down here, but they've really lost the control that they had of the map, which is kind of a dangerous situation for them here, right? That's the one thing the Vitamin C's comp should be able to get them pretty consistently. Rainmaker does go down in a reset. I like that. Say, hey, it's about to pop. Let's at least get it into a less threatening position here. But it's just every push they get right now, they're able to get a couple, but one of them goes down. It's not like the perfect push, which is pretty much what they need in this scenario.
Yeah, each team just trading blows left and right. Before there was a 2v2 situation, and now there's a 3v3. It's just dead even. Vitamin C trying to make things work in mid. It looks like they're getting some control, so it might be that they can make a push soon, hopefully. If Fugetsu can't defend it. Oh! They get taken out. Eb's looking to get another pick with that Inkjet in the street, but it doesn't work out.
No, and once their frontliner there on Spoke on that brush went down, you kind of knew that that push might be a little bit of a wash. You need every frontliner available to you when you have to push it that deep.
Yeah, and with that clock taken down, Vitamin C is getting less and less time to make that final push that they need to cement their victory.
Yeah, Spoke going to try to go around the middle, but just too much pressure from the end parry Splat Julius with 15 seconds. It's going to take a miracle right now. They're trying to push from the top side of the map. They put all their eggs in that basket, no pun intended. But it's still going to be a mountain of a push. You see Kacho Fugetsu has set themselves up on top. They know where the enemy is going. They get a little bit too close to the Rainmaker, but that Shark going to sit back there, hiding right behind the box, cleaning that one up. Kacho Fugetsu taking game one, but to their credit, Vitamin C had a couple really good looks there. They've shown that they can really compose a good push. They know what they need to do, and in a lot of times 13 might get you the win.
Exactly. It's just that in this case. I'm excited to see what comes next, though, because it looks like we're getting some pretty even gameplay here, which I'm really glad.
Yeah, once again, we've said it so much, but the power of Waterfall Swiss, it gives you matches like these. As we move on now to Splat Zones on Inkblot Art Academy, a very fun Splat Zones map. This is a little bit like Mako Mart earlier where we talked about it, how a couple specials and that it has just gone the other way, but because that central spot, that central pedestal, that pillar is so imposing, the ring around a Rosie that kind of happens there with one side eventually going to the top is a great battle in and of itself. Rapid Blaster is great here. Just long range, you can kind of set up and influence the zone, and if you do get up on that top mid area,
you can just be oppressive. Yeah,
you can really make life difficult for your opponents here. You can set up ink jets from there and just kind of fly on over and then jump right back to that knife safe spot.
Yeah, that would be if you're using the Rapid Deco, which is absolutely a dominant weapon on this map, I'd say.
It's a great one here. Don't be surprised if either of these teams use it. But to the, on the other side of things, it's a wide map. Not all of it feels super relevant, but you do have to keep track of the sides, because just when you finally think you've got things set up, you've kind of pushed them back on the other side. Somebody snuck around that far right flank. They get to kind of pick. They can go up that ramp or they can go up the box. Either one. They put the pressure on you. One of you goes down, and then the floodgates just open up here. So you got to be careful. This zone does turn pretty quick, but it can be defended.
Yeah, that's just it. Those sides are really... Is everything okay?
Yeah, looking around, it looks like we may have something going on here.
I think he needs a controller.
Do you need we're seeing here?
Oh, okay.
What was it?
It's because we have to press A on our, because we're in the PB.
Well, shucks.
Yeah, I did not know that. That wasn't a thing for the Yami Komodo set.
The button was already hit for us there, so we have to be independent young men and make this happen ourselves. Getting into game 2 now, Splat Zones, Inkblot Art Academy. Going to take a look at the compositions here once again, see how they play this one. Taking a look here. So the Rapid is out here. And on the other side, we have a Range Blaster, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so bad at calling that, and it's the custom.
It's the custom blaster.
That's the only time I'm going to get it. I'm 0 for 1, and I will retire 0-1 at this tournament. I am so bad at identifying which is which.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. They both look super similar. It's just that one is a little more elongated. Lily getting taken out by that custom blaster in mid.
We do see the Neo Splash, one of the newer additions to the game, and one of the best painting tools that exists right now. As Egg is going crazy in the middle right now. That was a bad situation, and Egg gets another. That was a triple for Egg, holding things down. That was what was basically a 4v1 situation.
Possibly turning the tide for them.
It absolutely did. That was, wow, great job by Egg, saving that game for them right there. Gonna again kind of shark around right below that plat area, is able to get another assist in that situation here. Now running up and putting more pressure.
Trying to keep up the momentum.
Wow,
over on
wow,
Gets one kill. Gets the other one. Let's go, Egg.
Rollers. Rollers. What can you do?
Oh, he gets the assist. That's good enough to get, to keep Kacho Fugetsu out of the zone.
And this is something that we didn't really talk about, is the pressure that you have to apply consistently up on this plat area. If you don't maintain control, the opponent can really pick and choose where they want to come in, and that's a very dangerous spot for you to be in. Spoke goes down on the Brella. You see Tarako at the bottom of the screen, slowly waiting. There goes the ink. Egg once again, though, as I'm trying to talk about things away from the action, Egg is continuing to just make life difficult here. That special's not going to do anything for them. They aren't even going to get the zone. They're going to go 3 down as a result.
That is absolutely crazy. Egg putting in so much work, just not letting Kacho Fugetsu come in. And that was a quick
Egg
game.
sitting there. It's only fitting that the final shot that we would see is of Egg's Inkling just looking at us with those terrifying eyes like, sup?
Yeah,
I used the roller.
I did that.
Look at that stretch. Just like, yep, gonna do what I do. 9KA, why not? Let's just do that. Save the game, win the game, do what I do.
There you go.
1-1.
And just like that, it's 1-1. It's evened up.
You have to be able to address rollers, right? People have talked so much about how, oh, the curling bomb nerf, the splashdown nerf, the ninja squid nerf, the roller's dead. Okay. Well, if that's dead, I don't want to see what it was before. You have to be able to address what's going on. If you don't address the threat and clean it up quickly, it will continue to remain a thorn. And if it's able to close the distance, nobody's safe.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we saw earlier in that game. Just nobody could keep Egg in check, and they went wild. Oh. I'll just keep this in front of me at this point.
Good call. Good call. But yeah, we said earlier that we thought even though Kacho Fugetsu got that win at the beginning with that big push, that Vitamin C didn't look outmatched at all. They looked very composed, very calm. We saw that game, what happens when they get the momentum going the other way. And this almost exactly mirrors what we saw in the last set, right? The first 2 games, very heavy-handed coming from both sides. We're now moving on to tower control on Camp Triggerfish, though. This one, a little bit harder to build momentum on. You get a lot of time to build up your specials and slow down this tower push. It's not quite as precarious as it was in Splatoon 1, but it's still a long and treacherous trek.
Absolutely. The fact that you've got essentially 2 different parts of the map that are mostly separated, you can get isolated really easily, so that if there's enemies on the other side that you're not on, it takes so much longer. It takes so long to actually go and take care of them to get a push going, and so those pushes for the tower can be brutal. You've got to be really well organized to get that going.
And of course, Stingray exists on a map that's as long as this one. It's really helpful to be able to kind of slow things down, and because that first checkpoint is just so close to where it starts, sometimes getting past that first checkpoint can be a struggle.
Absolutely. Jumping into the game now, and you see Egg still on that heavy.
Yeah, you also see that sloshing machine come out. I am a proponent of the sloshing machine on this map. I think it's a great one. And once again, the double end parry dually composition coming out. They're going to be the first ones to get to the tower here. That custom jet squelcher as well. A big popular pick right now going up to the top of the screen here. And now the roller already goes down saying, I don't want to deal with that again.
But then Lily comes back and takes Komomo right out. Looking to push the tower now.
Yeah, all the momentum is in their favor right now. They were really able to kind of crash in that situation. The roller is now back, but a beautiful shot by the Inkjet, kind of eliminating that threat. They'd really lost control of mid, but getting the person off the tower, exactly what they needed in that situation to give themselves a little breathing room.
Yeah, and that's just it. Vitamin C was trying to clear out that left side, but the Inkjet went right, and they stopped the tower dead in its tracks.
I go left, you go right. Now all of Vitamin C is backed up pretty far. You're going to see Lily going at the bottom of the screen here, going to try to meet the threat that's coming in. Stingray is going to slow that one down as well, but the momentum and the positioning on the map that they had built up is now going to go the other way as Inkjets continue to fly here. This is looking very, very dangerous.
Oh, Siwatan taking Ghost right out of his splashdown, continuing their push. It looks like Vitamin C is going to have to pick a side to focus on, possibly.
And you see Asai there on the custom blaster is now in a very, very good position. They pushed all the way back in, but in going street, they may have left the other side open. No, they are able to defend the tower there. Lily goes down. They continue the pressure, and the opening, not indicative of all what we were going to see for the rest of this. Kacho Fugetsu all day right now.
Oh, man. Oh. Epps getting that kill out of their spawn, but unfortunately getting taken out right after that. Vitamin C doing a good job of stopping the push.
And I love that. Just sitting back now saying, hey, you know what? 5 and 6 isn't going to make a huge difference here. Knock on wood. So,
curse.
Yeah, exactly. The power that we wield is quite incredible here. Knowing that if we just back up to mid, hold mid, we're going to kill more time off of the clock there. I'm not going to be able to get much more in that situation. Yeah. And they have to be confident with the way they're playing right now. That triple inkjet comp that they're running is giving them so much versatility, so many angles of attack. Walls don't exist when that weapon is there. You just fly right over them and put too much pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Vitamin C is fighting to get control of mid. Hopefully they can work onto their zone part of the map. It looks like somebody's got control over there. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward position because they set people at the bottom elbow there or the right side of the screen, but all that they really needed to do in that situation was send one person over there, Suwatan, in that situation, and that really just kind of put the rest of it to bed. They couldn't go back and retreat, so they kind of had to run into the tower. Oh, that's a nice pick off to get anything going. Vitamin C did a good job of shutting down their push, and hopefully they can get some control and get a push going of their own. Yeah, control's going to be the name of the game here. We've seen them able to clean them up and take them 3 down, but they haven't been able to maintain solid control and get that deep push into street that we saw from Kacho Fugetsu there. You already see Asai already pushing back. Didn't even notice that time the sloshing machine sitting behind was just able to take one out as a result here. Now the pushing is going to go again, but what a clutch. They were going down in that situation, so they said, you know what, let me at least take down that splashdown and kind of halt the momentum. Kacho Fugetsu doing a very good job of keeping Vitamin C out of a pushing position. Oh, some dancing on the tower here. I like it. You see Lily. Crazy angles right now. Yeah, playing around. Oh, that was an insane trade. And that's going to be big stuff. The last one there is going to be Lily on tower, is able to kind of sit around the other side. The custom jet doesn't really have the burst damage to take that one down, but unfortunately they don't have anybody who is able to stealth jump in. They didn't have any other specials. That one is going to slow down there, and they were not able to clear that checkpoint, and that one might be big. Yeah, now of course Suwatan just looking to see if they can take out someone with the inkjet, but having a little difficulty getting over the wall. The roller looking to answer that. Inkjet's flying all over the place. Yeah, it's so scary on this map. We talked about Stingray, and rightfully so, but that wall, the walls really are one of the big features of this map, and if you're able to fly over those and continue to put pressure, it means you can basically fire big burst damage from safe spots. It's crazy. Exactly. Oh. Dang, Suwatan just taking out that heavy like it's nothing. Trying to get control on the left so they can get a solid push going, possibly, just to keep their momentum forward. Yeah, and you see Inkjet back up online already. They had an Inkjet up. They also have a Stingray up as well. So this is getting pretty scary. Going to take some desperation plays here from Vitamin C. They are going to be near the tower here, but one of them's got to jump on it here pretty quick. It's actually over the water right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to get anybody near it. Lily's going to make the jump and does just in time. Pushing going to have to contend with an Inkjet and a Stingray, though. Oh, that is painful. Ebbs doing the hero's duty to just try, right? You just got to at least get on the tower. But yeah, that was a good try, but yeah, ultimately Kacho Fugetsu coming in with those solid plays. Yeah, I mean, and that really shows you the power of Inkjet in this current meta, right? And how accurate players are and being able to put pressure on you from all angles. 2 players with the 16 KA and 13 total Inkjets. You know, we talk a lot about how you got to watch out for people who are in the ink and above you and below you. Now, the game just takes place in the air. This is officially a dogfight simulator that masks itself as a children's squid shooting game. I mean, that sounds like something only Nintendo could come up with. Well, that's a pretty good way to put it. Rainmaker on Kelp Dome. We have seen some games on this that are very, very exciting, and
we're going to be a broken record here when we say Inkjet is great here, but anytime you've got grates, anytime you've got that central wall that you can float above and just crash in on enemy defensive positions, it's scary, man.
That's just it. Like, the tool area right outside your spawn is such a great defensive area because all you have is that door to come in through with the Rainmaker. It's so difficult to get a push going through there. But with an Inkjet, you can just fly right over, and whoever's stuck in that tool area is just sitting ducks. So it's definitely a powerful weapon. I think we're going to see a lot of it here.
I'm really interested to see how the Splatling player, it was Egg, right?
Yeah.
Was Egg the one who was playing Splatling?
Yeah, exactly.
Egg playing Splatling didn't really have much influence on that last game. Was kind of forced to just sit back and, not really able to, I guess, make their presence felt. And whenever you have a long-range weapon, you have to be able to hold positions. You have to be able to get big picks because otherwise you're going to be pushed back and you're not going to be contributing to the pushes. And when Kacho Fugetsu is taking things to 99, to 94, you need to be able to establish that tempo very early on and kind of make that the theme. And they did some good stuff on Rainmaker, Manta Maria. They showed that they could make those, they could compose that, but they're going to need even more so here on Kelp Dome. There's really, you can go the greats, and sometimes you should, but if you don't go greats, there is one door that you can go through, and everybody knows where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. You've just got to ram as many specials through there as possible to make enough room to push that Rainmaker and get as many points as you can.
2-1, Kacho Fugetsu on set point. Going here now on Kelp Dome Rainmaker, one of the most exciting maps to see it on. And once again, 2 N-Parry dualies. Why switch off of it? It's been working. They did put away the custom blaster in favor of something that doesn't have Inkjet.
The vanilla blaster. Interesting choice, especially given that Splashdown is not particularly strong on land. But it looks like
oh my god, that's a full wipe already. Not like this. Not like this.
And just like that, Ghost gonna come in and stop that Rainmaker push with the Octobrush. Sorry.
To 17, and we have seen this lose. We have seen this lose many times. We have seen 5 points lose. We've seen 7 points lose. So we can't say too much about this game until it's truly all the way done.
There's a whole 4 minutes left to play out.
A whole 4 minutes left to play. I didn't really get to talk about it, but there is no Splatling player. We mentioned that earlier, how the Splatling would need to play here. It looks like Vitamin C has opted to go a completely different direction as we see Lily
just living out here.
Living like Lily, trying to survive with these short-range weapons. The longest-range weapon they have, I think, is the vertical flick on the roller. So they're going to have a difficult time getting through that custom jet squelcher. They're going to have a long and difficult road. But I like that they've at least gotten it into this position here. You see Spoke and Ebbs both pushing in this situation. The jump back is going to happen now. They might be able to get this going and get some pressure. Oh my god, so much. Wow.
So many
wow.
just flying all over the place. They're fighting, trying to get the pick off each other.
Oh.
And Siwatan getting the kill on Ghost.
I think they hesitated just a little bit too long, and it allowed them to build up not 1 but 2 Inkjets. That was just like the pain. The pain.
Now Kacho Fugetsu is going to try and see if they can get another push going. Hopefully. Better than 17, just to secure a knockout possibly, because nothing is safe on this map.
No, Ebbs is not in a good position to slow this one down, kind of running around the middle. Egg, the last person that's really trying to slow them down. Ebbs is contributing in a big way right now. Ebbs moved the custom jet squelcher Stingray in that situation that was aiming at the last line of defense that they had there. So maybe out of position, but made the most of it as well.
Ebbs coming in, getting a kill with the blaster. Oh, but gets taken out by the Rainmaker.
The best
shield.
weapon in the game. The Rainmaker shield.
Kacho Fugetsu going to pick up right where they left off. And that's the thing about Vitamin C's comp, is that it's a very short-range comp. I think what they were thinking when they chose it is that they could really dominate once they pushed into tool. But the thing is, keeping a push out of their tool is just going to be so difficult because they have 1 special to stop them with it, really.
And that's how everything changes when you go down really early on in the game, right? It's like our whole strategy was built on pushing into being aggressive.
Oh, Ebbs coming in with a sick
Good
double.
Lord, Ebbs. Calm down. I guess you want to win this game. They're going to get a chance to take back mid here. I don't know if I necessarily agree with them picking up the Rainmaker. You see they don't have a lot of mid. They're going to try to set up some Sharks here and maybe a little bit cheeky, get a couple important picks there. Going ahead and getting one of them down. But I don't know. This is a big gamble, and when Stingray exists, If you don't get mid control as a result of that, you've got to be able to get something. They do have some more control of mid. They're going to get a chance to run. Egg was able to get a pick there, and there's
That's three down on the side of
That's 3 down. This is their chance.
They've got to pop that real quick and get a kill.
Oh, Ebbs gets one, but Ebbs gets taken out too. Ebbs needed to get that clean
Oh,
pick.
that was so close.
If Ebbs had gotten the clean pick on the blaster there, that might have been it. And we said it last game too. They're able to compose these big pushes. They know what they need to do, but it's just inches separating them from victory and defeat.
Yeah, Rainmaker's looking to be a challenging mode for Vitamin C over here.
Another 3-down situation in the last one. Siwatan a little bit out of position there. Sharking around there. Gonna come back. Oh, Egg picked it off. Oh, that was so great, though. Siwatan going back in that position, knew that they could slow them down just long enough for the rest of the team to get the spawns here. A jump back, all 4 people are going to be available for them on defense, but all 4 on offense as well. Oh, this has to happen quick. These Ink Jets are slowly closing in. Egg's got to come up big, but taken out by his sight. Oh, it's just not going to be enough for them there. Just a little bit too slow, and credit Kacho Fugetsu knowing exactly when to save their specials for it, how to build them up in that situation. Having both of those Ink Jets really forced the hand of Vitamin C.
Oh, man. Asai getting that sick direct on Ghost over there, getting the pick. Egg is trying to make something work, but it's just getting spaced out by Asai, and insane direct.
Insult to injury in this position. They are backed up in a pretty interesting position, but they are going to crash in. Smoke actually got a couple really important picks there. They're going to jump back. I don't know if they're going to be able to put anybody near it to even pop it. They get it to overtime. Lily's going to grab it, and now comes the time to hold your breath. Anything that can go wrong here will go wrong. You see Siwatan at the top of the screen trying to push in. Stingray
really be a
shoot
problem.
right into
man.
Siwatan like we talked about there. Great job playing off the special there. And Kacho Fugetsu wins a very exciting 3-1. That's a little bit closer than the score indicates.
Yeah, no, it was really back and forth the entire game. But unfortunately for Vitamin C, Kacho Fugetsu just coming out that inch further in that game.